What is up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another trade recap. I took another, um, not another, but I took one trade today. It was a winner, which is awesome. And it was just a little annoying because it didn't copy trade to my 50K account, but it is what it is. And I had to close the position early for a reason that I will tell you in a bit because I fat fingered. But luckily, I passed four evals off that, four 150K, so that's amazing. I'm gonna be copy trading like nine fundeds tomorrow. Um, Only unfortunate thing is the 50K wasn't copy traded to, but it is what it is. But yeah, going into the day, I'll go ahead and walk you through what I was thinking, why I took the trade, all that jazz. So going today on the high time frame, I wanted all-time highs. That was really obvious where we were going. We're putting in bullish order flow here on the daily. And then on the 4 hour, I don't know if I based anything off the 4 hour today. I don't think I did. I think I based off the hourly. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So going into there, I saw that we were still respecting bullish order flow. And then we had a order block right here, or a change in the state. And I was on the hourly, still leaning more bullish. However, I was open to being bearish because at the time we had a big SMT here and we had an opening range gap that was way below that was left unfilled right here. Am I drawing it out correctly? Let me make sure I'm drawing it out correctly. You want to draw on the 1 minute to make sure it's accurate. Okay, there you go. So you have this opening range gap all the way down here. Despite the bullish order flow, we were putting in there were I was seeing reasons to potentially be bearish. So I wanted to see what open wanted to do, and then I would basically shape my bias from there. So at open, we essentially pump right at open, and at the time I'm like, okay, this is probably going to be the Judas swing, so this is perfect if I want to look for a short. And what ends up happening is we put in the first presented fair value gap, which holds perfectly here on NQ. It's this tiny little gap here. The way you draw this out is you just use it's any fair value gap after 930 as long as this middle, the gap candle, the middle candle of the fair value gap is at 931 or afterwards. So we have first presented fair value gap here, which holds perfectly. And at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe we can get a retrace into here, have SMT, inverse fair value gap into CISD or something like that, and I can take a trade. And what ends up happening is I drop my fib here from the bottom of this swing low, and then at this time, this was becoming a swing high. Or if you go on the 5 minute, it probably is. Yeah, right here. And then what ends up happening, we don't tap it, but we put in an SMT with this low right here. Let me just double check. This is the one I was looking at. Where is it? Let me try to find it here. Where's the SMT? Oh, sorry, the SMT was right here. So we put an SMT there, and we respect the first fair value gap perfectly. And at this point, I'm like, huh, okay, interesting. And I see this 1 minute gap open up, which is the cleanest gap we've gone so far besides this one. And I'm like, okay, if we get strong displacement through this, I might be interested in just taking along. Which, lo and behold, we get a one candle just like shoot right through it. And we put in CISD right here. And at this point, I'm like, okay, we're probably just going to go to all-time highs. So I slap long right here. Stop is at the swing low. And I scaled out here at 55. I scaled out half of the position here. And then I accidentally closed out all of it again, like somewhere up here. So I ended off with like 1R. Or else I'd still be in this trade and I'd be holding all the way up to, where's my buy side target at? Or else I'd be holding up to here for like 3R, but it is what it is. Just gotta be happy with what you get. I don't want to re-enter the trade just because like I just didn't really cross my mind. I was like, oh, okay, I'm already out of the trade. I'm up 1R already. I'll just take the win. That was really my thought process. And what ended up happening, the reason why I fat finger this is I copy trade on Tradeovate. And the way you copy trade on Tradeovate is you have a group account, and it's not like you place an order on one account and it copies it to all the other ones. You have to do the math on how many total contracts you need for every single account, and then you place the order in for that with having the group selected. So I entered the position correctly. I had all the groups selected and I put in the correct contract sizing. But when I went to take profits, I accidentally put in the total position size I wanted to sell for the entire group just for my 50K. So I basically was in I was in 4 micros on my 50K on buys, and when I sold to take profit, I sold 34 micros worth. So I was in drawdown on my 50K, but I was still up on my every other account because the order only applied to the 50K. So then after I realized that, I kind of freaked out. So I just closed out the position, and then my 50K is like down like $5 on the day, and then every other account is green like 1R. So yeah, but yeah, that's really the trade. I'm gonna be tapering this, seeing if it hits full TP. Which if it does, that's great. I will be lying if I said I wouldn't be getting FOMO because this would have been like 2.5R after doing the math on like scaling out and everything. But it is what it is. You live and you learn. You make sure you don't do any stupid mistakes. But yeah, hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next trade recap.